How's it going, YouTube? This is Wi-Fi Merman here today, bring you guys some more mono water. This week we are featuring this mono water team. Pretty much it's based around getting the storm drain off with Gastrodon. We got some Surf on Pelipper, Lapras, Ludicolo, and Politoed. We did have a Poliwrath on this team, but we went ahead and switched him out for Seismitoad. Seismitoad kind of gives you more options. Probably could switch Seismitoad out, honestly, for a Dracovish, but that's something I feel more comfortable with, so I don't know if that's necessarily the right answer. Looking at my opponent's team, he has a Rillaboom, and this is something I kind of wanted to show on how threatening Rillaboom is to mono water, and that's pretty much the reason why I'm making this video. I want to showcase the good and the bad with these mono teams that I'm going to be making. The plan is to be making do all types, but I'm not going to be uploading like next week another mono team. You know, I want to do other teams as well, so these are just whenever I can make them. But when I do, I'm going to try and do about 3 episodes with the same team. So, yeah. So, expect another episode Friday or Saturday. But let's go ahead and get into this battle. As you can see, this lead does not look good. And it really isn't. I have literally no switches to take this Rillaboom's attack. And then, obviously, the Porygon wants to go for a Trick Room. Yeah, Rillaboom just one-shots my Seismitoad. Right here, Politoed goes for the Perish Song. That way I know eventually I force the Rillaboom out. Pretty much, Porygon sets up the Trick Room. And right here, I go ahead and switch into my Lapras. Yeah. Alright, so right here I'm pretty much forced to go ahead and Dynamax my Lapras once this communicating comes through. I don't know why it takes so long sometimes to communicate. And I should have probably took a little bit of that time out when I was editing, but I really didn't. I sit down for about 20 minutes, edited all the little cuts out, and then alright, now let's narrate. So, yeah. But it's one thing I did notice after the battle. If I had a little bit of special attack investment into my Lapras, I would be able to probably knock out this Rillaboom, and then Rillaboom would not have been a problem for, at least for this battle. It's just pretty crazy. We're almost knocking him out. This Lapras has 0 special attack. This is meant to be a bulkier Lapras. The initial plan with this Lapras was to hold Specs. I bet if I had it holding the Life Orb, it would probably would have knocked out that Rillaboom. You did see it knocked out the Lumberry. I'm testing out the Lumberry on this Lapras because a lot of the threats to this Lapras, like Venusaur and some of the other stuff, just likes to status it. Like Grimmsnarl, he likes to Thunder Wave it. Venusaur likes to put me asleep. Amoonguss puts me asleep. So I figure, okay, if I can put the Lumberry on it, because most of the time when I bring Lapras, I want to use it as my Dynamax because I get something out of it, like the Aurora Veil. But so I was like, okay, I want to pull that off. I've had games where I Dynamax Lapras and he fell asleep and didn't get nothing done. And dude, it's such a hard comeback when that happens. Another cool thing with this Lapras too is it has Water Absorb. So every time Politoed and the rest of the team goes for Surf, he gets some HP back, which it's pretty hard to counter if you ask me. Because Lapras is already bulky, and then you don't really expect Lapras to have that sustain, you know. With this team, he does get sustained. He stays alive. And I mean, in this battle, it actually comes in clutch. Alright, so Lapras, we didn't predict the Azumarill. In fact, I was Really hoping for that Rillaboom to come back in, but it didn't work out. Indeedee's able to go for that expanding force, do a bunch of damage. Actually, it wasn't quite that much. It didn't do half to Pelipper, which is actually kind of shocking because Pelipper is not really the bulkiest guy. So it makes me kind of think that this Indeedee is a little bit more of the defensive type instead of an offensive Indeedee. The Azumarill goes ahead and Dynamaxes after my Dynamax is over. Pelipper goes ahead and goes for that big protect play, right? Lapras, actually he goes for Steel Spike into the Pelipper. I guess he was predicting a switch. Or, I mean, either way, he's just wanting to get the defense boost anyway. I don't know, because that defense boost really doesn't do you much good. So I don't know what he's really thinking there, but Expending Force comes out. Again, it's not going to do nothing to Pelipper thanks to Protect. To Lapras, nothing. We go for the Surf. And I believe we actually get a critical hit on the Azumarill. Which, obviously, it still doesn't do nothing at all. Pretty bad. Pretty pathetic damage, actually. Indeedee goes for Expanding Force, and I believe we end up KOing the Indeedee with a Freeze Drive. Alright, so Azumarill sitting there, kind of staring at us, you know, pretty hard. Goes down for that Max Starfall, and does a lot more damage. That's for sure. And then I believe right here our Auroraville actually goes out. So that's not good. So now we're not going to be able to take the attacks as well at all. He's able to go into his Porygon, and pretty much, I believe Trick Room went up as well, so therefore his goal is to set Trick Room back up for his team. Pelipper's gonna go for that Surf again, and which is nice recovery for Lapras, and then we do damage. I mean, you can't complain about that. In the rain, it just does so much damage to a lot of the opponents' Pokemon. I mean, if it wasn't an Azumarill, if it was something else, it'd be doing a lot of damage. Max Starfall comes out onto the Lapras, and I believe we live on 28 HP. Okay, there's probably right here where no. There's a scenario later on into the battle where Lapras actually survives on 1. I thought this was the spot, but no, apparently it's probably the next turn. It's probably this coming up turn, but Lapras is on 28 HP right now, not looking very good. But Pelipper does go down. We bring out Politoed. We're going to go ahead and go for that big Surf. Trying to get the KO onto the Azumarill, trying to get the KO onto the Porygon as well. We failed to get either. I believe we may actually get the Azumarill right here though with that Freeze Dry. No, we don't. And now it goes for that Steel Roller, and I believe this is where I live on 1. Yeah, how crazy is that? Living on 1 HP. Porygon's able to get that recover off, which Porygon as well is a problem for this mono team. Without Poliwrath, I noticed that Porygon's able to just kind of wall us pretty bad, so I might have to put Poliwrath back on for the next video. But I'm thinking about redoing that Lapras Eevee spread as well, trying to get him a little bit more special attack oriented, so we'll see what all happens. But Azumarill goes down, going for that Freeze Drive, trying to get a freeze, because I know I'm not KOing. Porygon goes for Trick Room, and pretty much Rillaboom comes back in and seals the deal pretty much. Yeah, Rillaboom is a problem, and I think honestly if I had just enough special attack, or maybe even if I put a Life Orb onto this Lapras, I probably would have been able to KO it. So that's something that kind of maybe try and think about investing in either the item or something, but maybe get some special attack points or something in there. But anyway, pretty much this game is over. If you guys did enjoy these type of battles where I kind of show my losses and kind of go into more of an analyzing mode and telling y'all what I think I could do better, let me know in the comments down below. If you did enjoy, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. This is Wi-Fi Merriman signing out, and peace.